Guys, this is a special episode of Messyges. Why, you ask, okay? This is not a normal episode. This is actually a bonus episode of Messyges called Bonus Messyges that we released to our supporters. This question was so interesting to me, and it was how I answered it, I thought was very extremely helpful. And so I had to, whoever it was who wrote this question, they're not a supporter, and I wanted them to see it. And I wanted you guys to, because it was very urgent, and I wanted you guys to see it in case you wanted to become a supporter at supportblimeycow.com, because you get bonus messages like this. And to further entice you, we are finally, at long last, printing more Messyges Land t-shirts. Everybody wants them. We will send you one for free when you join at the annual level. This is the first time we have done a supporter promotion in over a year. So go join supportblimeycow.com, any tier at the annual level. This will not last forever, so hop on board. We will mail you a Messyges Land t-shirt for free. This is a new design of the classic Messyges Land t-shirt. I wanted to wear a new one, okay? Chosen by me. Love the colors, love everything. I know you're going to as well. So enjoy and consider becoming a supporter. Hey, Jordan and Josh. I am a young woman in my early 20s who still lives at home. I don't have social media except a YouTube account where she watches our show, I'm sure. A driver's license or a job. And because of that, I feel like I'm not an adult. But my parents are okay with that. For a time, I was too. But as the years go by, I know I can't live with them forever, and I'm not getting any younger. I am single and I don't have any friends. My parents are distrustful after my older siblings betrayed them, and I understand where they're coming from. But I have never given them a reason to distrust me. I'm human and I make mistakes, but I've always been the golden child who goes along with everything to keep the peace. I love my parents and we've never had any problems, but now I want my own life. I'm okay with not getting married if it's God's will, but my parents don't reciprocate those feelings, and I believe the only reason I'll be able to leave home is if I get married. But how can I win the honor your parents verse is used to dissuade me? Their lack of trust in me makes me doubtful about myself. Am I overreacting? Are my parents controlling me? I don't know what to think. This is the saddest thing I have ever heard in my life. Oh, okay. We have got so much to unpack here, and it's all so simple. Okay? I'm just gonna lay it out, and I hope to God that you are a supporter, that you actually get to see this. What if she doesn't? I'm about to solve her life. I'm about to give her everything.
I don't think this is a supporter.
Oh, jeez.
So sorry.
The next message, I'm going to tell them that I answered your question. I would give them the gist of the question, and I would tell them to please become a supporter. Or, heck, just DM me on Instagram and I'll send you an unlisted of the bonus just to give a taste so that you become a supporter. I'll do anything. So, you're watching it now because you're a supporter. Okay, hello. Everything that you think that you're doing right, you are doing wrong because you have been manipulated from birth. And the only reason that your siblings have gone astray is because of your parents. It has literally nothing to do with them or their friends' influence. It has to do with your parents and how domineering they are and controlling and manipulative they are over you and your siblings' lives. And so they're using you, and you'll realize this later, they're using you as you're the only thing that they have left to prove that they're good parents, okay? They're using you for their friends to be able to show them that they are successful. But what's really showing that they are unsuccessful is that you have no driver's license. You have no friends. And this is all their fault. And they're gonna tell you that it is probably your fault for some reason, but it's not. You have no friends, you have no driver's license, you've never had a job, you don't know anything, you have like hardly any skills because your parents are trying to control your life so much that they don't want you to have any independence, like slavery. You know, they want to keep you on the plantation so they don't teach you how to read. They don't know how to do this, but they love you. They love you, and they'll tell you that over and over and over that they love you, and so you are conditioned to believe, well, my parents love me, and I get positive feedback when I don't find a job because I'm at home and I'm learning like to be whatever that my parents want me to be. So they're giving you positive feedback. If you look, test them. Go get a job. Go make some friends. See what they do. Your parents will nitpick every friend that you have, even if it's a good person. They will nitpick who they are, every little thing about their life. They're going to make your life a living hell, and they're going to tell you that it's because they're worried about you and they love you so much and they don't want you to end up like your friend. This is the truth that's going to break your mind. You want to be more like your siblings, okay? The siblings that you are thinking right now are the ones who are like, I mean, they went astray. They're not Christians anymore. Okay, I'm not telling you not to become a Christian. I'm telling you to even find out what that means, because your siblings are trying to figure out what that means in the most homeschool way, which is to go the complete atheistic opposite, sleep with everybody, do whatever, because they're trying to break free of their parents, but they can only break free of their parents and they're not actually breaking free of their parents, but they think that they are. But they just hate their parents so much that they're slaves to their parents. So that's why they're doing everything wrong, the opposite of what their parents are want them to do, because they're still slaves to their parents. So you have to try and be more like them, as in they kind of got out of this, okay? They're doing everything wrong, and it's literally not their fault. It's their parents' fault. You need to be like, look, I need to kind of break free of my parents, but not go overboard. Like, I need to still seek truth without hating my parents. First thing you need to do is forgive your parents for all this nut stuff. You don't even know what you're forgiving them for because you're so blind. Like, I'm not saying that as a diss. Like, you just have been blinded. You've never... It's like you're in the cave, Plato's cave or whatever, and your parents are in the back and you're sitting right here, and they've like got the puppets, and it's like the sun, and they're like showing on the wall, and you're like, yep, see, there's the story. There's my siblings right there on the wall right there, and see, they ran away, but it's all, you're just getting the info from your parents back there. You're not turning around and looking at reality and seeing how stupid this whole thing is. Why are mom and dad holding like rocks and stuff to like, what the bleep is going on? Wait, I'm in a cave? Right? You need to basically push them aside. Excuse me. I forgive you, mom and dad. You didn't really love me, actually. You got to come to grips with that, okay? Because nobody who loves somebody does what they've done. I'm sorry. They don't love you. Josh, I hate to break it to people when I say that. But I truly believe that that's not love. That's not the definition of what love is. They can emotionally think that they love you. I would die for them. I would do anything for them. Okay, then let them get a job. If you would die for your kid, why wouldn't you let them get a job?
Because it might kill them.
Because it might kill them. because they might be led astray. I love them so much. Like, what if they meet somebody? What if they meet a guy and he like doesn't, and he wants them to be like, he wants to take her, and she might not be under our control anymore. Right? They don't actually love you. It's used as a way to manipulate. It's the opposite of love. It's like Satan's version of love. Okay? So look, that's the first thing you got to understand. My parents don't love me. You have to come to grips with the fact that that is kind of the truth, and then you have to forgive them, and then they have no influence over your life anymore. You need to find a good guy. You need to get married. Josh is taking a picture of me right now. Thank you. You need to find a good guy. You need to get married. You need to get out of this situation. Like, literally. You need to find somebody and get married. I don't say that to everybody.
Anybody.
You need, well, not anybody,
with
but
a driver's license.
You need to find somebody with a driver's license and marry that person. No, you need to find somebody. You need to marry them and live a normal life. Your parents are going to hate you. And what's going to be so confusing to you is that they're going to treat you the same way that they're treating your siblings who went off the deep end. And then what you're going to realize is, because I don't know your siblings' actual situation, so I just kind of earlier made up the thing that they're sleeping around and doing all that stuff. They might not even be doing that. They might just have questioned a few things, and now I want to get my own apartment. I want to be able to have a job.
Now you've done it.
Right, so your parents then tell you all this crazy stuff about them, and then you'll realize, oh, my parents are now treating me like I'm like I thought my siblings were. Oh, my siblings I actually don't think are so bad. Wait, I have been living a lie this whole time. What my parents said was good was bad, and what they said was bad was good. You need to learn that lesson literally as fast as possible, because I'm not gonna put this like, you're a woman, okay? There is a clock. If you want to find a normal guy and have kids, you need to get out of this as fast as flipping possible, because there is a clock, and I'm going to be completely real with you. Somebody like you need to get married. You need to have kids. That needs to be your life. Okay. But you've got a lot of work to do, and it's not that difficult, to be honest. I mean, it's difficult to forgive people, but what's difficult is to like accept the reality that you've basically you've lived a lie your whole life. And you're like, look, once you realize that, once you know the truth, all of that doesn't really matter anymore. Like, it just, when you know that and you see it, and you know, you have, you know, God, you're Christian, all that stuff just weirdly just doesn't matter anymore. It's like, oh, okay, I live in truth now. I don't regret anything. I don't have hard feelings for them. I just, like, this was just, for some reason, this is where I am, and I learned this lesson later than some people. I learned this lesson before a lot of people. A lot of people don't even ever learn this. Even people who aren't Christians, who live in like wacky, crazy homes, you know, they don't forgive their parents. They don't know why they lash out and why they do all this nutty, crazy stuff, why they're sleeping with all these people in college. It's because they don't have a good relationship with their dad, just quite frankly. And their dad didn't stand up to their mom for some reason, because he was scared and he didn't want the kids to get taken away from him. So he didn't live in truth, because he was, you know, he was just trying to keep the peace. He was basically a pushover. Keep the peace means somebody who is a pushover, in my estimation. So look, just forgive all these people and move on with your life. Get married, have kids, and don't hold a grudge against your parents. And they might literally, you might not have to, because your parents probably aren't going to talk to you if you do all the things that I said. They're going to talk bad about you, and that's life. You're going to have to, and I will say this and then I will be done. You will have to live knowing that there are people in your life who are talking trash about you constantly, and who will never see that what you're doing is right. They will never see that, and you have to be okay with that. It doesn't matter. And until you can do that, you will never have peace in your life. But when you can do it, you're in a great position. Because if you can do that, you're free. You literally have a crossroads right now. If I do the right thing, I am free. If I do the wrong thing, I am a slave. Like, what a fun thing, right? You have that moment in your life that you can like choose. Before, you couldn't choose. You didn't know anything. But now you're in this question, and I'm telling you, you're literally out of choice now. It's fun. It's exciting. So make the right choice, and it'll be okay. There it is.
Wow. You should just start a podcast where you talk about this topic. You always get on real fired up.
What the heck? What a great bonus message. I hope that this girl finds this. I'm going to be so sad if not. It really kills me that she's not going to see this. I'm tempted to put this in the other episode, actually. Maybe we could say, hey, look, bonus message 14, and people wouldn't know, because it was a 14-minute episode. So they'll just be like, what is this? These are the kinds of answers I get if I support them at supportblimeycow.com. Yes, go to supportblimeycow.com right now, and you will get answers like this all the time, okay? You've missed out. I could have answered your question, or I could have answered a question that would have changed your life, and you never saw it. We have a backlog, an archive of hundreds of millions of questions that I've answered. Just support us, and man, your life will just get so much better. I love helping people. So, supportblimeycow.com. Glad we got this under control. We figured out how we were gonna do this.